millennium. Now, this is something I want you to learn quickly. Whatever God will achieve in a particular season is controlled by the particular spirit he incarnates. With the Lion of Judah, all things are possible in the last millennium. Yes. Now, I want to hear this. You are a woman. You are a woman. And you want something great to happen in your family. Have you given birth to children that should make it happen? Have you? Now, when you are trying to marry a girl from a particular family, did you care about the kind of children she will produce? Or did you only care that you love her? Somebody who is looking at me, did you assess that girl's value before you married her? Or did you assess the man's value before you married him? Now, are you going to be happy if that girl reproduces herself? Some men, okay, let me ask, do men think it? I'm asking us a question. Do men think what I said? Huh? I'm asking us, do men think it? You saw a lady and you say you love her. Will you like it if that woman reproduces herself as your daughter? Will you be proud of such a daughter? Will you be happy if that girl reproduces his kind of junior brother who smoke Indian hemp? If the girl introduced the story of family that smoke mbulumiri into your lineage, and then you bring the shepherd for deliverance. Don't you know those who take mbulumiri, they have intestine. They have a kind of intestine. And prayer does not twist an intestine. Somebody say, yeah. So when we say all things are possible, have we gotten characters that can do miracles? Characters that have capacity to make all things possible. Characters that God will look at and they said, shh, this presence ends poverty. It will be a discredit to my value for something I'm supposed to end to be existing when I'm living. It will be a mockery to a root that produced me. When something I was born to end is looking at me and is living. My mother called me. He said, have you heard? I said, Mama, what do I need to hear? He said, a particular boy went to your post family land. And he's trying to raise block there. I said to my mother, you like worrying yourself? I told my mother, I said, does the boy know I'm shepherd? She said, why wouldn't he know? Then I said, rest. If he knows I am shepherd and he launched into the land that has part of me, I will give him more pain than he desires without talking to him. Even when he dies, I will still punish him. I will make him to go to grave early and punish him in the midst of sand. Without talking to him. Talking to him is, if there's a mosquito there, I will not look for gun. When I said it, my mother calmed down. It's not possible to be powerful and still be noisy. Noise means you don't have power. If I know that sign in my office can punish you, talking to you is wasting time. I'll just sign, I keep signing against you for 30 minutes when it is 2 in the midnight. When you wake up there, you will find yourself. In every season, there are men of power of that season. In the season of the law, Moses was a man of power. Jesus was not. In the time of grace, Jesus was. Apostle Paul was a man of power. So when you say all things are possible, you should check the season. I say you should. No, you should check the season. If you say, God, we bless this family and do wonders, you should check those who represent the family to know whether they are there. You don't look at defeated people and be talking about what God will do. No. No. If God will do it, then the people he will use to do it must be around. I said the what? I said the people that he will. The people he must depend on to do it. They have to be there to enable God to accomplish it. I said they have to be what? They have to be there. Now when they are there, the prayer reduces. I said when they are there. I was born in a dispensation of the lion where the character of ordinance makes all things possible. So before the prayer starts, I understand the reigning spirit. The reigning spirit that's in charge of the prayer. I know that ordinance makes men powerful. That is when you are with yourself. Maybe somebody didn't hear what I said. I said when you are with yourself. When you are with yourself. I've already told you, it is not possible to be in charge of yourself and still be broke. It is not possible to conserve your energy and still lack what you need. Every conserved energy is a treasure. Every preserved life is an asset. Let me say this. God achieves limitless endeavors when men choose to keep themselves. Excuse me. Maybe I should help you. You don't know the honor of not spending money in drugs. Maybe since 5 years, you have not lied down in a hospital. You have not lied down helpless in a hospital. You don't know you have saved money. Number one. You don't know you have saved confidence. Only God knows the measure of confidence you have built. The measure of confidence you have built by not being in the hospital in the last 5 years, the last 3 years. What not going to the hospital in the last 5 years have done for you, you cannot know the confidence. You can't know. You can't know the confidence of winning. There are things people take for granted. But, it's my honor when I talk about it. Because I understand confidence. You know the path you have followed, and God has kept you. He didn't keep you by chance. He kept you because you followed a pattern of self-preservation you understood. Don't lose something that is important to you before you know how powerful they are. Or it is. You see, because one of the character of fallen men is being ungrateful. I say it's being ungrateful. People naturally don't want to be ungrateful. You see, because they always think about something God didn't do for them. Instead of developing joy for so much God have done. I knew that preaching immortality emanated from constant preservation of my life. You see, because there are certain things that when those things happen to you, it will touch your confidence. I was telling you the other day, I said, a man of God that must tell people that God heals must not fall sick. Because God does not heal from heaven. He heals from the confidence of a man he preserved. Somebody who prayed from people, from testimonies, from proof. You are not managing yourself. You're telling God to bless people the way He has blessed you. That is different from telling God to give people what you don't have. There is one more cause for me. Maybe you're here now and you came from a family that where your daughters listen to you, your sons are obedient. You don't know what other people are passing through. When I see some children online, sometimes accidentally, sometimes I used to wonder what their children feels. And do you know why they tolerate those things? It's because there is the delinquency, juvenile or decadence is eroding the earth. And then the moral standard is falling. And Satan is empowered. And people call it civilization. Stupidity cannot be civilization. Life has order. I say life has order. I preach uncoded patterns for classified testamental intelligence of God. So when I was talking about coded, I was talking about pattern that can't fail. You can't civilize it. It's always the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So you don't say that this is last millennium. No. God is unchangeable. The pattern will not change. 40 days for Moses, 40 days for Elijah, 40 days for Jesus, 40 days for the coming lion. It must not change. Because there are things God reveals only in 40 days. So why are people, it can't change. And if you understand pattern, then your life is saved. All this, something that look like emergency prayer, we pray, we hush ourselves, we look uncomfortable, it look like God has failed us. No, it doesn't. It's that people think that God has changed with time. Or maybe the age is getting jet, and then some people are saying, God, it can't, nothing, it doesn't change. Doesn't change. I say it doesn't. No, he won't change. Jesus the same yesterday, today, and forever, no change. Moses, God said to him, I am is the one that sent you. The one in whom there is no variableness. Check all the rich men in the Bible. Check all the rich men in Nigeria. There is limit to the extravagance. There was one time YouTube was announcing the phone that Dangote was using. You didn't see it. And then you're a small girl, you went and carried one bombo phone and you're carrying it. When they asked you, said almost 1 million. How much is your income? You have phone of 1 million naira in your hand and you don't have 1 million naira in account. You have deceived yourself. And somebody like me, the only thing phone do for me is to answer call. It's not this thing now I have learned how to use it to transfer money. This one is recent. When you see me with that big phone, there are some things that when you see it with me, the only way some things can enter into my hand is because people bought it. They bought it literally. If they send me money, they will regret it. Like the way I am now, I'm building in Galilee. You send me 2 million to go and buy phone. Now, wow. This is me, they call every morning. If they don't call me for a money house, they call me for cathedral. Then I'm looking for big phone. It's not possible. I'm going to take one more course, then I'll continue with others outside. The earth is ruled by the divinity of man and not that of God. I know that when I share it, it will make meaning. And that's where I'm stopping. The earth is ruled by the divinity of man. Not that of God. The cost is how many? This one is 17. Put your hand together for Jesus. Now, why I brought this course is to immediately correct somebody. No matter how big God is, how omnipotent God is, the power of God will never control the earth. The divinity of God will never control the earth. God cannot jump man and take over the earth. The will of God will not rule the earth until that will becomes man's will. Those who know this, they make deliberate effort to produce usable men for God.